So I decided that I would check out Amazon's new release, the Melania movie, and I figured it might be interesting to see how garbage is produced. So, so I decided to watch this thing, and what can I say? I have never seen such stupidity in my life. It is amazing that they actually took time to film this, to produce this, to pay for this, and then to release this. I would have figured they might have stuck this thing inside of a vault never to be seen by anyone. Holy smokes. Okay, so let's start off with the problems with this thing. It leads nowhere. It is absolutely boring to watch. There's nothing of interest, nothing worthwhile to listen to. To have Melania narrate the actions that are going on in the movie is annoying. I do not understand. I am just questioning. She's been in the US for I'm guessing a good deal of time. She's technically got money, I'm assuming, but then again, there's so much shit that was said that maybe they aren't billionaires, millionaires, or whatever. I don't give a shit. I'm pretty sure there are coaches, people who can tutor her, help her get better in her vocabulary and her speech. Like, I'm sorry, why? Why is it when she speaks, like I could barely even understand? It actually annoys me to hear her speak, and to have her narrate this goddamn movie was annoying also because it comes off as just like forced. Irritating, irritating. Now that's just me being critical of my audio ability to hear. I might be picky, whatever. I don't give a shit. But at the same time, I'm pretty annoyed by it. Anyways, so again, this movie does not have a great start because it's basically them running out the clock just to get to the point where gets a designer dress, which now I have to question because I may not be the most fashionable person on the planet, but at the same time, I think the average person is going to agree with me when it comes to the how hideous the dress ends up looking, how it ends up just visually. It is disgusting. And they make it out to be like this big fancy thing. They make out her outfit for the inaugural procession or whatever. It's hideous. Like the style is boring. It's lame. Like sure you can try and say that you're making a fashion statement, but it makes me think of all these stupid fashion shows where they show off all these weird ass freaking designs, and it's like no person in their right mind would ever consider wearing this shit. It's all garbage looking. It's just to flaunt the style of something that someone came up with. Like I don't know, man. I was personally bored of just having to see her being fitted and all this kind of crap. Now that's me shitting on her fashion style because my god, she's got a horrible fashion style. It is really bad. It's really annoying. Visually, visually, it's really annoying. So yeah, so that's that. So the next thing that I picked up on, now this is me really being like picking at all the stupidities, but I mean I do this for every movie. It's just I'm vocalizing it for this shitty movie. Now I mean this is a shitty freaking movie. It was absolutely a waste of my time, but still I said I would check it out. So the thing about it is, so they give us like little snippets of, I guess their not their Mar-a-Lago home or whatever, Trump Tower house or home or penthouse or whatever. So there's a bunch of wannabe gold stuff all over the place. They use gold so much that it comes off as tacky and fairly freaking lame because it makes you think of someone who is pretending to be wealthy because they're trying to show too much that they've got like gold everywhere, and it's like, yeah, okay, you're supposed to be rich. You don't need to try and flaunt it. No one really gives a shit. And it comes off really tacky, really lame. It's really boring. Now, this is for their home. But there's also another problem with their home that I found, and yet again, I'm sure people are gonna be mad at me for this, but Their home looks grungy, but not a good grungy. It looks grungy, cluttered. Because when you see like the little snippets and the little scenes that they record, you can see like the colors and stuff come off as grungy, but also it doesn't flow very well because it's so cluttered. They have so much garbage like around their place that everything kind of like the light hits the wall, it hits the stuff that they have around, and it all like clashes with each other, and it comes off grungy but also messy. It's a weird thing, but I don't know. Maybe someone else out there can explain to me what I'm seeing and why it irritated me so much to see that. But yeah, so the other thing is like they focus so much on this woman that it irritated me. I felt like 45 minutes of this stupid ass movie was just her walking around. I've already bitched about movies that have characters walking around too much, where they are literally filming from one point to the next point. This movie had so much of her walking, it was annoying. There was nothing being done, no reason for why they were filming her walking other than to show that she's going somewhere or showing off this fashion style that she's wearing at the moment. Fucking annoying. It is remarkably stupid for me to have to waste so much time in watching someone walk around. If I wanted to watch someone walk around, I would go to a park or something. I don't need to see it in a movie because in a movie, I expect to be entertained to some degree because I paid to be entertained. That's why you go to the movies to. Anyways, I should relax before I lose my temper. Oh, anyways, there's more to this garbage movie. The other thing is these the employees, which I can understand, it's their job to kind of like brown nose people, I guess, if you want to put it that way. Like people who think they have wealth, people who have wealth, they have these sycophant losers. I know that I'm criticizing them, but it's their job to some degree. But I mean, you can be honest. Like I would want people to be honest with me when it comes to, my fashion sense or my fashion style. If they think that what I'm doing is awful or I look awful, like these people were like trying to make it seem as if she has some sense of fashion in her, and she doesn't. Like you could see from her design pics and all that kind of stuff, like it's just horrendous. It's just awful looking. It's kind of I don't know, harmful to the eyes to some degree. The other thing is like I don't know if other people picked up on this, but this woman, when she smiles, it is so fake. And then on top of that, I picked up on it on a couple of the scenes where she smiles, and her smile after she smiles, she gives this disgusting feel. Like she gives off a disgusting like it's not a smirk, but it's an expression that she gives off after smiling when there are people around that looks like she's disgusted by them. It is something that I've never seen. It is so weird, and she does it more frequently than I thought. I was like, "Oh gosh." She even does it in the presence of the what's his name? Trump or whatever his stupid name is. Oh my goodness, another issue there. Oh boy. What else is there that I could really bitch about? There was another thing that I can't seem to remember at the moment, but I'll pause the video, this recording, and I'll try and see if I can find it. Oh, so yeah, so it was the moment that she's talking to, I guess the woman who was saved, from Hamas or whatever, and she's talking about her husband or whatever, and basically, she starts crying, and then Melania gets up, walks over to the woman, sits down next to her, and hugs her, but also gives off a smirk of, "Oh my God, this is gonna make me look so human." I swear, the majority of the time, she is not human. She just does not give off any, micro expressions, anything of the sort that makes her feel like she's a genuine person. Anyways, yeah, that's another thing that irritated me because every time I saw this woman, her face is like solid, like she is. not an attractive woman, and her face seems plastered with makeup. Now, I have a preference to au natural looking women, but I mean, wearing makeup is perfectly fine in my book. But at the same time, she just does not give off like natural flow. And then on top of that, at the roughly around the end of the movie, she pretends to do like a normal thing where she's like, I'm cool. I'm dancing to the music. I swear she comes off as a big time loser. Matter of fact, the whole entire movie comes off as a big time loser trying to present herself as an actual cool person to the general public, and it is rather annoying. My goodness, these people just don't know how to act or behave in a genuine way that people can actually relate to. So, yeah, this movie was just a showcase of big time loser attempting to be something that people could like. And it was pretty shameful. I don't know why anyone would want to watch this movie because it is absolute garbage. There is nothing. She even attempts to say that she's trying to do stuff to help the children. But again, you were the you were the first lady in the beginning. Why not just go and say, "Oh, I did this in the beginning, and this is like the fundraising I did, and let's just progress and do more." But she attempts to say that she's doing stuff, but doesn't give any context. Like there's nothing. Oh my god, it's so like air filled. It was pathetic. It's like I want to get brownie points, but I show nothing that I can do that would make me. Oh my god, my brain is actually frying because I'm trying to point out the stupidity of it, but the stupidity is so stupid that my brain can't even process it properly. Anyways, this was a waste of my time, but I said I would give it a shot, and since I started it, I couldn't bail on it because I finish what I watch. So overall, this movie was horrendous. It is an absolute waste of time. There's no, to my knowledge, there should be no one who can actually say that they can relate to this woman. There is no one who should say that her fashion sense, her fashion style is even remotely decent. I'm telling you, it was boring. When I say it was boring, surprisingly enough, I didn't pass out, but at the same time, I was watching it in a very specific circumstance where I couldn't fall asleep. So, yeah. Anyways, so yes, this movie, I will be giving it a 0 out of 10 in the shit category. Now, I would technically give it worse, but I can't really, I have to be reasonable. It will be a 0 because there is nothing. There is no substance to the movie. There's no understanding, feeling of what's the word I'm looking for? Relatability to this individual. That's it. There's nothing you can relate to this woman. She comes off as just boring, lifeless, emotionless, and unrelatable in every aspect. She just is boring. So this movie was a waste of time, and whoever paid for this thing, well, whatever, man. It's your money to waste or to fund, whatever. I don't know. I don't give a shit. But yeah, no one should ever watch this. This shit should definitely be locked away, sealed away, and no one should ever pay attention to this thing ever again. It should be one of those. Oh my goodness. I think this movie just beat Megaopolis. Holy crap. Megaopolis was the worst movie I saw. But at least Megapolis had creativity and stuff that, even though it was garbage, it was still better than what I just watched. So yeah, so overall, this movie has now taken the place of Megapolis as the worst thing I've seen. Oh yes, there was one other thing that kind of annoyed me with this movie. Um, the soundtrack. I don't know why. I don't know who gave them permission. I don't know why they used such good music for this shitty movie. And that actually irritated me more than anything else. To have to listen to good music and have that be represented by such a shitty movie. It is rather ridiculous. That was one of the things that immediately when I heard some of the songs that were playing, I was like, why? Who gave them permission to use this? Why would you ever give them permission to use your music? Anyways,